Now we've got more breaking news to bring you concerning Benfica's trip to Real Madrid in 2 days' time in the Champions League. Our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol, is back with me. Kaveh, what's happened in the last few minutes?
Yeah, Gianluca Prestianni has been suspended by UEFA, which means that he will not be able to play in the return game between Real Madrid and Benfica on Wednesday night. If we go back last Tuesday, what happened is Benfica played Real Madrid in the Champions League. The game was stopped for 10 minutes because Vinicius Jr reported to the referee that he'd been racially abused by Prestianni. Now, Prestianni denied that he had racially abused Vinicius Jr. What UEFA did is they appointed an ethics and disciplinary inspector to look into the allegations. And normally the whole investigating and disciplinary process takes about 3 or 4 weeks, but UEFA have moved very, very quickly, and just in the last few minutes they have announced that their disciplinary body has decided today to suspend Prestianni for 1 game while they continue their investigation and disciplinary process. We've seen this happen before, but not quite so quickly. I think we had a situation back in 2021 where the Slavia Prague defender Andre Kudela was accused of racially abusing the Rangers midfielder Glenn Kamara, and he was provisionally suspended. But I think that was only after something like 19 days that UEFA announced his provisional suspension. This has happened in less than a week, 6 days. UEFA have moved very, very quickly. I think most people would say that this is the sensible decision, because it would have been quite an extraordinary situation if on Wednesday evening you had Vinicius Jr potentially coming up against Prestianni, the player he is accused of racially abusing him in this really, really important Champions League game at the Bernabeu.
This is definitely a quick turnaround, isn't it? And it comes shortly after we found out that Benfica boss Jose Mourinho will not be speaking to the media tomorrow. Yeah,
I mean, Jose Mourinho was at the centre of a media storm after the game on Tuesday night because in his post-match press conference, he seemed to suggest that somehow Vinicius Jr himself was in part to blame for some of the racist abuse that he's been subjected to. He seemed to question the way Vinicius Jr celebrates his goals or behaves during matches. And he also said that Benfica were not a racist club because their most famous player, Eusebio, was black. Now, of course, a lot of journalists have been looking forward to the opportunity of speaking to Jose Mourinho tomorrow and on Wednesday, perhaps after the game, to get some clarification on his comments. But just in the last hour, Benfica have confirmed that Jose Mourinho will not be speaking to the media tomorrow, match day -1, or on the day of the game. And he is well within his rights not to speak to the media. Because if we go back to last Tuesday, he was shown 2 yellow cards during that game. He was sent off, which means that he's suspended for this game. And according to UEFA's Champions League regulations, if a manager is suspended for a game, then the club have the option of making his assistant available to conduct media interviews before and after the game instead of the head coach. So Jose Mourinho exercising his right not to speak to the media. I think this game is going to be so febrile because of everything off the pitch. I mean, there's a lot at stake on the pitch as well because Benfica are 1-0 down. They have to beat Real Madrid. They have to turn this round, otherwise they'll be out of the Champions League. But there are so many issues off the pitch as well regarding the very, very serious allegations that were made surrounding the first leg last week and also the controversial comments that Jose Mourinho made after the game.